y'all. Today's video is going to answer some of the financial questions that I keep getting. How to adult in Costa Rica, how to pay bills, what are the costs of things, yada, 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 all things money. So yeah, let's get into it. I think first and foremost, it's very important to revisit our relationship with money and, just how we think about it, because coming from the States, it was a very I have to work for this money in order to get the things that I want, in order to pay for the things that I need. And so our relationship, I feel like, with money is very from a scarcity mindset, from a lack mindset, and you don't want to interact with it in that way. You want to attract abundance, and you want to know that abundance and wealth is available to you and around you and with you all the time. And it's not based on a dollar amount. So I get asked a lot, how much should I save before I, move out the country, or before I whatever. Honestly, a rule of thumb for me is save at least 3 to 6 months rent wherever you're living. This doesn't even have to do without the country, but just in general, to be safe, give yourself 3 to 6 months to, figure things out. But like I told you in my previous video, I was called here. So me coming here was in alignment with what I was called to do, what God has for me. And so I followed that call. And when you're in alignment with the divine, with yourself, with your soul's purpose and path, well, things start to flow in the way that they should. There's always a way made out of no way. God figures these things out. So this time when I moved, I didn't have even for myself, a comfortable amount of money saved. I would have felt more comfortable with more, but I was like, all right, this is what you're calling me to do. And so I'm going to go. When you step out on faith and, following your divine path, it causes you to step out on faith. That looks like not knowing where the money's going to come from, not seeing the money automatically, but I had to trust, all right, this is what I'm being asked to do. So you have prepared everything for me, even financially. So, yeah, I didn't have anything, not anything, but I didn't have a comfortable amount for myself saved. And that would have been yeah, well, it's different for everybody, but for myself. And so I told God that I was like, I would feel more comfortable if I had X amount, if I could have went back and started over, and I could have had, I knew what I knew now, and I didn't waste so much money on frivolous things and on things that weren't necessary, I would feel more comfortable. And because I relayed this message to God, God literally answered my worries with just about the exact amount that I said that I would be comfortable with. And it came in an unexpected form, out of nowhere. So yeah, that was how it worked for me. But like I said, I'm in alignment with what I want and what God wants for me. And so when you're in alignment, God will open those doors and answer those questions and make the way. I don't know how to tell you. So that's that. Also, our mindset around money, get out of a lack, scarcity mindset. Oh, I need this much. Oh, I need, if I don't have this, I can't do that. Or what am I going to do for work? Just constantly chasing the money, or not moving because of lack of money. Abundance is always around you, okay? And when you're not in the States, everything doesn't revolve around money. Like, yes, money is important, but not as important as it is in the States. Like here, there's like energy exchanges. So it could be like, oh, for example, when I first moved here, the first 2 weeks I was with my mother. I mean, she was calling me homeless, but like I was like staying in places, different places. Like I had a girlfriend that was traveling in different countries, and so I was staying at her place while she was gone. And then I had another girlfriend. I was staying on her couch. Like just all these beautiful, like energetic exchanges that didn't require money. It just required me to have had great energy and interactions with these people for them to want to help me. And this is a place where, you know, you can really build community. And I have really built community here. So, and anybody could do that. It's a beautiful community. And so people look out for each other in that way, you know. So again, nothing to do with the dollar amount. And this is very common, like, you know, friends staying in friends' places as they go back to the States or as they travel, house sitting, just things like that, or work exchanges, um, having a place to stay in exchange for volunteering around the property, things like that. I get asked, like, you know, well, first, for me personally, what do I do for work? I create. Right now, I'm in a creative space. I just came out of a work environment, and I called into my experience last year. I said, I want more work that feels like play. And so for me, that's creating videos, creating content. I'm doing voiceovers for this company, or I'm like saying little like medical dictations. ChatGPT is doing it. I'm just reading it and recording my voice. But things like that, like there's ways to make money that don't require you to do something that you don't want to do or you don't enjoy doing. And it just takes a little bit more effort. You're going to have to look for these things. But we have the World Wide Web. It's like all around us. Like, you know, where there's a will, there's a way. You can also, a lot of people can get like servicing jobs out here, working in like the restaurant industry, bartending, things like that. For a lot of other jobs, you're going to have to be fluent in Spanish. But there is like online work, or you can work remote, whatever have you. Yeah, but me personally, that's what I'm doing for work. I'm creating, I'm flowing, I'm attracting, I'm abundant, I'm already wealthy. So yeah, for me, work isn't like, it's not something that I'm really focused on, because I feel so abundant. Like I don't have as much as I used to have, like when I lived in LA per se, material wise. But I'm so wealthy in community. I'm wealthy in love. I'm wealthy in just like full bodied life experiences. I'm wealthy in joy and play. And so I have everything that I need. I have everything that I need. Outside of that, it's just little things that I want here and there, and I'm still able to have those things too. So yeah, I don't have as much money, but because I gave up the idea of having a lot of money, I have so much more in every other area, which is what I value and which is what fills my cup. So that's how work is working. And honestly, the best way to figure all these things out, I'm just telling you from my experience and how I can answer from my experience what I know. But the best way is always to just come, network and interact with just people and see what comes to you, because it may be different based on like your own energy and what you're calling in. You might, you know, you'll call in different opportunities. I personally am not looking for a job, so I can't tell you much about the job market. Cost of things, though. Let's talk about the cost of things. For rent, for my rent, my utilities, which is Wi-Fi, water, electricity, all of that comes to $500 a month. It's all included. I live in a very cute studio, casita. And I love it. I'm so grateful for it. The thing is, the last time I lived here, I lived in the same complex, but it was an even smaller studio. Um, and it was about maybe 300 to 350 square feet. And this was with me and my ex-partner. So we were like, it was tight. Like the spaces was tight, but we enjoyed it so much. We loved it so much. We were so grateful for it. And honestly, the space didn't really matter because we were outside all the time. Like it's a place where I'm not really inside, so I'm always outside. So the space is more than enough. And I think because I had so much gratitude that first time, this time my studio is even bigger, and I think it's maybe like 500 square feet, maybe like 520. And that for me is more than enough space. It's just me and myself. Like I said, I don't have like a bunch of things. They come furnished already. A lot of the places come furnished already. And I love my neighbors. I love the landlord. I love the location. I love the price, obviously. It's 500, but like maybe like 475. It depends. Like the dollar is constantly going up and down, up and down. So it's between like 475 to 500 depending on what the dollar is worth at that time. But yeah, $500 is my rent, utilities, and then for groceries I pay about $30, 30 to 50 $30 to $50 a week on groceries. This is for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. My little snacks. I allow myself to eat out like once a week just because, I'm trying to be disciplined and not go crazy because the food is great, but also like the quality of food is great even when you're shopping. So you don't need to is this thing on? Yeah, I think we're good. You don't need to go crazy eating out because like even when you buy food, it's gonna be amazing. And so yeah, $30 to $50 a week. I do for groceries, and I shop on a weekly basis just because it's not a lot of like the preservatives and stuff in the food, so like the food will go bad if it's just sitting. Like we not on Sam's Club, Costco, them big grocery stores. We're not on that type of time where you're buying in bulk. Like you buy what you need for what you need. So I cook like one meal a week, like one big dinner a week that I'll eat on throughout the week. And same for like my breakfast. I kind of get like the same thing. So every week we kind of eat the same thing and we just switch it up week to week. That's what works for me. So yeah, about 120 to $200 a month on groceries. I think I did the math right for that. I don't know. So altogether with food and housing, about $6 to $700, maybe like 700, max $700, and that's it. Like I have a bike. I paid $140 for my bike, and I love her. Her name is Shell. She gets me everywhere I need to go. So I don't have a car note. I don't have car insurance. I don't pay for gas. Like it's me and my bike. That's it. And I'm so grateful for it. Eventually I'll upgrade to like a moto. Then you really can't tell me nothing. I'm about to be out of here. But until then, like I love my bike. I love, the exercise and the slowness of it. Before that, like I was walking everywhere. For 3 months, I walked everywhere around this place. So having a bike, I feel like luxury. I feel like you can't tell me nothing. So yeah, that also cuts costs. Maybe you'll do like a little maintenance here and there. I haven't had to do it yet, but like maintenance be like for like maybe your chain, you need a new chain or tires or something on your bike. That's gonna be like $12, that kind of thing. Once every 3 months, 2 months, however, depending on how you're riding it and how you're maintaining it. So yeah, my costs are pretty low altogether. 700 is insane. That's not including my phone bill, but like insane, because when I was living in LA, my rent alone was $21.95. That wasn't including my gym membership. That wasn't including like my car note. Not my car note. I didn't have a car note, but my car insurance, gas, utilities, all that shit. I think I was paying a lot of money living in LA. Um, just to have things, like just to have stuff, like, um, and when you realize what you hold value on and what's important to you, and you cut everything else out, then you don't have to pay as much, and your cost of living is lower. Your life is fuller. Now, mind you, with that, so where I live, it's like I said, I live in a cute little studio casita. However, that's not for everybody. Like, somebody might want like a 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom, or like, more space, or a balcony, like more upgrades, more luxury. You can have that out here too. Like, that exists out here too. I have a homegirl. She lives in a 2 bedroom, and she has a cute balcony. Her place is really cute. It was the first place I was staying in, actually. And I think that one's like 1,100. So 1,100 for a 2 bedroom is still really good. Like I told you, I was paying $21.95 for a one in Hollywood. So it's still a deal. It just depends on your budget. It depends on what you want to spend, what makes you comfortable, however you want your space. But there are options. That's why I say the best thing to do is come out here and see for yourself what is kind of calling you, like what you would like. Because I don't know, we don't have like an apartment finder, a Zillow. So I don't know what all is out here, all I know is what my friends are paying, what I'm paying, that kind of thing. Um, and yeah, you find these places through word of mouth, through talking to people. Where you live in, like, oh, y'all got like some open units, like, what's your landlord's number? You hit them up like, hey, I'm so and so, I'm trying to move in. Whoop-de-woo. Some places have contracts, some places don't. It's not hard to get in a place. Like, they usually want like deposit, which is a month's rent, and then your month's rent, just like anywhere else. What else around money? What else around money? What else? Other than that, I don't have a gym membership. My gym is free. It's on the beach. My lifestyle is basically a gym. You're either walking, swimming, biking, things like that. So, and then eating out, I think the most I pay for a plate is like $10. And that's a big ass plate of like rice and beans, chicken, plantain, salad. Like, that'll be $10. And that's like 1 to 2 meals, because it's like a big plate. So if you're really, really hungry, 1 meal. If you mindful, then 2 meals. So for $10, not bad. Um, the one thing that's pretty expensive out here though is shopping. Like, so if I told you I grocery shop and I spend like $30 to $50 a week for groceries, but this is at the market. Like, I shop locally, like the outdoor markets, the fruit stands, things like that. Now, if you're at the grocery stores where they be putting the stickers on things, like importing things, it's going to be a lot more expensive. If you're cooking meals that are using like American brands, it's going to be a lot more expensive, because all of that stuff is imported, and we are at the very like end of Costa Rica. The Caribbean is like at the end, so it takes things a minute to get here. It's only one road in, one road out. So if you get in like I don't even remember like the brands. I haven't ate them in so long, but like whatever the barbecue sauces brand is, like the main Sweet Baby Ray's, like stuff like that. Oh, you're gonna pay like $10 for a bottle. Whereas like if you get like the local version, the Costa Rican version, it'll be a lot more cheaper. So always shop local. Shop in the shit that say things in Spanish. Like, I don't get like the normal ketchup brand that I'm used to. I get like salsa de tomato, like the one that says that it tastes exactly the same. It's gonna be cheaper. It's local. So you have to kind of be mindful of that. That's what grocery shopping. And then like where I'm at, It attracts a lot of tourists in this area at different seasons of the year. So the food, not the food, the clothes are pretty expensive, like very boutiquey. Like they have a lot of boutiques. I be going in, I'm like, child, I wasn't even paying this in LA. Like these are LA boutique prices. So like clothing shopping, like things like that can be expensive. Um, so there's so many other countries around that you can shop around in, or, you know, when people come and visit, I'd be like, look, I'm sending this to your address, put it in your carry-on, bring it, or you can get, because we don't have addresses out here, so getting things shipped is a little tricky. You can get like a little, I think they do like an Amazon locker that you can buy in town somewhere. I'm not quite sure how it works. But yeah, so like you can't, ain't no like just Amazon online shopping getting things shipped to your place. Like there's no addresses, so it doesn't quite work like that. But yeah, money. Anything else on money? I'm trying to think. I think I might have got a little sidetracked. But yeah, I came here because I wanted a slower, more intentional way of living. I wanted to get out of consumerism. I wanted to get out of hustle culture and get into the bag and blah, blah, blah. And that's not to say that I don't like nice things. It's just I put more value in non-material things. So that has been my focus. And like I said, I still like nice things. I'm still going to shop. I'm still going to whatever, but I'm mindful of it. I'm mindful of it. And honestly, it frees up the things that you're able to buy because I'm not paying as much as rent, and I'm not paying, for an expensive car or for the experiences in life that are now free to me. Like I bike to the beach instead of driving 30 minutes, 40 minutes and traffic to get to the beach or to get to nature. Like I'm already in it. So a lot of my costs were cut when I moved here because of that. Like what I was looking for out of life was already here around me. It doesn't take anything extra outside of myself to access it. And so in that way, I save and I win. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have too much to say about money. This is just the general, like what the cost of things are. Like I said, if you want to save before move, I always say like 3 to 6 months rent is safe. That'll give you time to figure out your money situation if you so be. But like I said, don't be worrying about the money, because worrying about the money is chasing the money is just making it run faster from you. Get in alignment with what it is that you want, not because if you're worrying about money, you're probably not in alignment, because the money will flow when you're in alignment. So figure out what it is that you want, where it is that you want to be, not even where, but like what are the things that you want out of the place that you call home. Does it have sun? Does it have beach? Does it have nature? Does it have whatever? Figure those things out so that God can start shifting things and aligning things so that you can be on the perfect path to get you exactly what you want with the least resistance, the most ease, the most flow, and attracting from there. So it won't be a thing of how. It'll just be coming, it'll just be coming to you. So less worry about money, less worry about a dollar sign, more worry about being in alignment with what all that you want out of life, all that you want to do, where you want to be, who you want to be. Those are the things that are going to bring the money. Those are the things that are going to attract abundance and that are going to attract that flow of income. Like the things that you're worried about, by worrying about it, is not going to make it happen. By not worrying about it and worrying about yourself internally, that's going to bring you what it is that you actually want. So I don't know if this was helpful. I be talking in circles. I be talking with what makes sense to me, and I don't always know if it makes sense to y'all. But that's all I got for you. If you have any other questions about this topic, Leave it in the comments below and I will answer it there. I hope that I answered everything about like adulting. If not, yeah, I just do the best I can with adulting. So yeah. But yeah, ask any questions in the comments, or if you have like any other, not even just questions about this video, but in general that you would like to see or hear about, put them below. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Please like, show love on my journey. Oh, sorry, my legs is falling asleep. Support my journey. And yeah, peace, y'all.